Hi friend, and welcome to your yoga class. My name is Maria, and today I'm going to guide you through a Connect with Breath yoga flow. Today's class is going to be for all levels, and the most important part here is going to be connecting with the breath, but we'll pair it up with some poses and get a flow going where we can connect our body, our breath with movement. Props are completely optional for today. If you have blocks, go ahead and bring them onto the mat. If you have a pillow, a blanket, a mat, anything you want. Otherwise, I'll meet you on my mat, but all you need is some practice space. We're going to start on our backs today. So whenever you're ready, just get there as comfortably as you can. Your feet don't have to be straight. Feel free to keep your knees bent. Maybe your feet walk out a little so the knees fall in, or another option is to come into Baddha Konasana. The soles of the feet come to touch and the knees fall out wide. Otherwise, whatever is comfortable for you here, just find that position. And then if you're feeling it, go ahead and close your eyes. Place one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest, or your heart space. Snuggle the shoulder blades underneath that heart space, so try to snuggle them close to each other. And then bring your attention to your breath. Try not to change anything, try not to force anything. Simply step into the role of the observer here. Notice the rise and fall of the belly or chest with your hands present. Start to notice if your inhales or exhales are short or long, if they are deep or shallow. Are they slow or fast? Try not to judge here, only notice. And allow this awareness to bring a natural deepening to the breath. Now maybe stepping back into the role of the breath taker. Start to deepen your breath a little bit more, filling up your belly. Maybe feel the belly hand rise as the belly fills up and fall as the belly falls. Filling up your entire torso, all four sides, as if you were a balloon. Expanding the belly, then through the ribs, then chest. And then as you exhale, let go of all the breath. Feel the ribs fall towards the earth. A couple more breaths just like that. Notice how you're feeling, if this is maybe feeling a little too slow for you. Maybe this is exactly what you need to slow down. Just notice how you're feeling, notice if it's uncomfortable, and try to stick with it here. Sometimes slowing down is what we need most when we really don't want to slow down or stop. And whenever you're ready, slowly blink your eyes open, rock your head a little bit from side to side. Start to wiggle your fingertips and your toes. If your knees aren't bent, bend them. And then allow them to drop onto one side. Very slowly make your way up, pushing yourself up with your top hand. We're going to come into a seated position. And then from here, bring the soles of your feet to touch, knees fall out wide. If you have blocks or a pillow or something, feel free to bring them to the outside of your thighs to allow your legs to rest on that. Otherwise, just allow gravity to kind of take over. But don't try to push it here, just go until you feel a gentle stretching sensation. Take a deep breath in, stand up straight through your spine, sitting up tall. Tuck your chin in just a little bit. Take a big inhale in here, big exhale out, relax the shoulders down. One more time, big inhale in, fill up the entire low belly. Shrug the shoulders up, and as you exhale, shrug the shoulders down. Now in this Baddha Konasana, we're going to bring our hands to our knees, and then we're just going to keep them here, tuck the elbows in, and start to lift just the chest. So just moving through your upper back. Try not to arch too much through your lower back. Maybe take the gaze up a little bit, lift the heart space up, take a big inhale in. And as you exhale, round through the upper back, tuck the chin. Maybe leave your hands on your knees, using them to pull against to kind of stretch a little bit more through the back. On your next inhale, we're gonna lift the chest up and through, tuck the elbows towards the ribs, maybe take your gaze up. And as you exhale, tuck the chin, round through the upper back. We're gonna come into a gentle cat-cow movement here. Variation with Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. So inhales, lift the chest. As you exhale, round through, tuck the chin, feel the shoulder blades separating. And then on the inhale, maybe feel the shoulder blades come a little closer together, lift the chest. Exhale, round through, tuck the chin. One more big breath in. As you lift your chest through, tuck the elbows in. And exhale, as you round through, maybe pull the belly button up and in. And then on your next inhale, just come straight up to a seated butterfly pose again. Bring your hands to the outsides of your knees and gently lift your knees up towards the sky so you come into a kneeling position. We're gonna let the knees fall over to one side and then just come onto your hands and knees. Connecting the breath again, we're gonna start to drop the belly towards the earth. Big inhale in. And exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, pull the belly button up and in, round through the upper back. We're going to come into a regular cat-cow variation here. So as you inhale, drop the chest, maybe lift the gaze straight ahead, and then exhale, round everything through, tuck the tailbone under, push away from the mat. A couple more, one more inhale, lower the belly, lift the gaze, and exhale, tuck the chin, last one. Big inhale, drop the belly. Big exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone under. And then return to a neutral tabletop position. From here, drop the elbows to replace where the hands were. And if you'd like, walk them out a little bit, but maybe just try to stack the elbows underneath the shoulders. And we're just gonna come into a gentle puppy pose. If this is enough sensation, feel free to stay here. Another option is to start to walk your knees back towards the back of the room as you start to let your shoulders drop towards the earth. So straighten out through the arms, shift your hips back, stacking on top of your knees. Feel free to tuck the toes under here if that feels more comfortable, or just press into the tops of the feet here to find a little bit more stability. Big inhale in, big exhale out. Come out of it just a little bit, a little less intense than you normally would do this puppy pose, or than you are. And we're going to just do some gentle cat-cow movements with our upper back here, pairing that with our breath. So on your inhale, start to lower the chest as much as you can. Exhale, tuck the chin, round through a little bit. These movements are going to be very small, but try to keep the movement in the upper back. Inhale, open the chest towards the earth. Exhale, tuck the chin. One more small movement, and exhale, tuck the chin. And then slowly start to crawl your knees forward again, shifting your weight back into your forearms. Bring your hands underneath your elbows, and then we're just gonna tuck the toes under, tuck the knees under. If you have a mat or if you have a blanket, feel free to roll the mat or just place it under your knees here for a little bit of added support. And we're just gonna take a moment to maybe close the eyes if you'd like to. Place your hands onto your thighs, and we're gonna bring our attention to our breath again. Notice how your breathing is right now. No need to compare, no need to judge. Just notice how it's making you feel. Notice the energy in your body. Just taking a moment to pause and notice. Feel free to open the eyes here if closing them doesn't feel amazing right now, or if it doesn't feel great. And then whenever you're ready, bring your hands back onto the ground. We're gonna tuck the toes under, stack the hands underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. You're gonna shift your hips back to maybe sit onto your heels. Take a big inhale in, And then as you exhale, just lift the hips and start to straighten through the legs, but trying to keep a straight line through your spine. So maybe snuggle the ears in between the arms or biceps, and then the knees can stay bent here. The heels can be lifted. Take a big breath in, maybe gaze towards your toes or towards just the ground. Big exhale out, another big breath in, and another big breath out. A couple of options here. You can tiptoe your feet towards the front of the mat, but try to keep it with your breath. Or another option is to start to lift the right leg up towards the sky, three-legged down dog. Big inhale, and then as you exhale, slowly lower that leg, bend the knee, but place it a few inches in front of the left. On your next inhale, lift the left leg up towards the sky, three-legged down dog. And then as you exhale, bend the knee, just place it a few inches in front of the right. Lift the right on your next inhale. And then as you exhale, bend the knee and slowly step it a few feet in front or a few inches. And then feel free to walk your hands back if it's getting a little too intense for your shoulders. Come onto your fingertips. If you have blocks, feel free to bring them here as we're coming into almost a forward fold position now with our legs. Lift the left leg up as high as you can on your next inhale. Place it down a few inches in front of the right as you exhale, and then on your next inhale, lift the right as high as you can. As you exhale, place it down. So keep moving like that, just following your breath, slow movements. Imagine that you're moving through water or through honey. Inhale, lifts the leg up. Exhale, places it in front. And then whenever your feet reach the backs of your hands, feel free to stay here. Maybe tuck the chin, allow the crown of the head to relax towards the earth. Shake your head yes and shake your head no. And then bring your attention back to your breath. Notice if you lost that connection for a bit or if you've kept that connection all along. Either way, we're noticing our breath again. Bend your knees and slowly start to roll up to mountain pose. Pause here. Take a big inhale in, big exhale out to relax the shoulders down and away from the ears. Notice how you feel. Notice the breath. Try to bring those deep belly breaths back in to your breathing right now. So if you've lost that connection, just remember filling up through the entire torso, all four sides, expanding through the ribs, allowing that breath to first fill up the lower belly, then the mid belly, then up the chest. On your next inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Option to gaze up. On your exhale, bring your hands to touch and bring them to heart center. We're going to do that a couple more times. Inhale to circle the arms out, around, and up. Option to gaze up. And then exhale, bring the palms to touch, and then bring the thumb to heart center. One more time. Big inhale to bring the arms out, around, and up. Option to gaze up. And then exhale, bend the elbows, bring the palms to touch, bring the thumbs to heart center. Start to bend the knees, bend over the legs, hinging at the hips, going into forward fold. Option to bring your fingertips onto the ground or just to let the arms dangle. Crown of the head reaches towards the earth. On your next inhale, slide your hands up to your shins. And then we're going to come into a half lift. We're going to stay here for a little bit. Option to bring your hands to your upper thighs and tuck the elbows in as well. Tuck the chin here to elongate through the back of the neck. Big inhale in, big exhale out. Another big breath in, and then slowly hinge over the hips, folding over your legs, forward fold. Plant your hands. We're going to step one foot back and then the other. Option to drop your knees for half plank pose, and then slowly lower all the way to the ground. Press your hips into the ground, press the tops of your feet into the ground. Hands come underneath the shoulders or next to the ribs. On your next inhale, slowly start to lift the chest, lift the gaze. Try to squeeze the shoulder blades towards one another to maybe help lift the chest a little bit more. And then as you exhale, maybe lower your chin. You don't have to touch the ground, but your forehead can come to the ground if you'd like. On your next inhale, start to lift the chest again. Little to no weight on the hands. And exhale back down to the ground. On this last one, option to do that same baby cobra or option to push up for a higher cobra pose. Big inhale in and big exhale out. Tuck the back toes under, bring the hands underneath the shoulders, and we're going to push up onto the knees, coming into a tabletop position. Bring your knees in towards center. We're going to come onto the knees again. If you'd like, feel free to come into an easy seated pose, Sukhasana. Bring your hands onto your thighs. Maybe flip the palms to face up. Take a big inhale in, big exhale out. Bringing your attention back to your breath. Feel free to keep your eyes open or closed here, but just notice how your breath is right now. Once again, noticing if your inhales and exhales are short or long. Are they slow or fast, deep or shallow? And then for this final one, maybe try to bring attention also to the temperature of the breath coming in through your nose. And then as you exhale out through the nose, how does it feel? If your eyes are closed, you can blink them open. You can let go of any controlled breathing and just return to your natural breath. From here, feel free to go into a Savasana. Feel free to try any other video. Or you can finish off here and just take this awareness of the breath with you into the rest of your day. Sending love and light from my heart to yours. Thank you so much for joining me today, friend. If you'd like, you can bow your head down as I close out the practice. Sending gratitude, love, and light from my heart to yours. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with all new yoga classes. Hit the like button if you like this video and leave a comment. Let me know how it went. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.